How long has it been, you guys? How long has it been? Let's go ahead and get started. All right. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys. If you're seeing this is a nice little test stream for me, just to see if I can even make this happen. I know it's been something I've been talking about for a long time. So to be able to finally get that kind of off the ground and running, and hopefully it's going okay, that's the key here. For those of you who are in the chat, be sure to let me know how it's going. But first and foremost, welcome. Oh man, it has been a hell of a time, you guys. It has been a wild past month or so. For those of you who don't know, who missed my last video, I was recently let go from the career I thought was going to be my job for the rest of my life. I thought that was going to be what I was doing for the rest of my days, and needless to say, that was not the case. So this past month, I've kind of put everything on hold. I kind of have taken a step back, and I've got to think of my family, and looking for a new career has been top priority for me. So the big thing is, thank you guys so much for being patient with me. Thank you so much for me for rolling with me while I kind of switch things up. I know we've been talking about kind of refreshing, rebranding the channel, making it all new and exciting. That's been delayed a couple times just due to me kind of being a perfectionist on stuff. But the big thing recently was the career I was at. I had a work computer that was issued to me. The old gaming laptop I was doing all of my editing on kind of crapped itself a little while ago. So that new computer I got for work was my editing computer. I was using that to make all of my videos. I had approximately 40-ish hours of footage and editing, like 40 hours of footage done, and was working on 2 videos consecutively. Needless to say, when I was let go from that job, that laptop was returned, and I'm basically starting over from square one. So that's why things have been a little crazy. If you missed that, that's why things have been a little chaotic. And again, I just appreciate you guys being patient with me. That's the first big thing I wanted to address. The second thing, if you guys have not noticed, this is a Fortnite stream. This is the big elephant in the room I wanted to address right up front, because I know my last video that I posted that was kind of popping off was, I'm done with live service games. Now, a big thing is, hey, Lazy Link, how's it going? A big thing is, I still am kind of taking a step back from live service games, but I don't want to be as definitive as I was initially with that comment. Basically, I want to stick with my whole process of, I want to make sure that I am playing games that I enjoy. I want to make videos that you guys enjoy as well. And I'm kind of in a place where I'm reimagining what this channel is going to be. And part of what I want to do with some of the videos on this channel is kind of a look at a game. If it's a full single player game, talk about that, talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and if it's worth your time. I know there's a lot of videos like that on YouTube, but I kind of want to be able to put my own spin on it. So hopefully that's something that's exciting, and I can kind of use the same method I used for my Fortnite OG videos or my Arc Raiders videos, where I make it more of a storytelling experience, and I'm able to make that something exciting and make that into a series. There's some other videos that I'm going to make as well, but that's just the big one right now that's kind of something that I can hopefully tackle. Again, I'm set back by not having a very reliable computer for editing, so the editing might be a little bit different. And then on top of that, my Premiere Pro subscription was a benefit at my work, so I'm gonna have to figure something out there. I've got a couple free programs I'm gonna try to use. But the biggest thing right now, man, is just the jobs, the job search process is a pain, man. For about a month now, I've been applying to jobs. I've been trying to find something that will work for me, and it has been rough. I put in probably 65 to 70 applications. I've only had 3 different companies reach out to me for interviews out of those. So it is a mess right now. I wouldn't wish this, job search on my worst enemy, but yeah. So that's the big thing. But to address the main thing, we are going to be checking out FORTNITE. We're going to be checking out the new season runners. I have not touched it at all, so I'm pretty excited to dive back in and see what that's about. Hopefully over this stream and probably a couple others, I'll be able to get some footage and give you guys my idea on what my first impressions are. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of go from there. I've got a couple other games I want to kind of do in that same style. So that's the game plan right now. I think that's enough rambling for me. Again, thank you guys so much for being patient with me, and thank you so much for tuning in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay. Oh my gosh. It has been way too long. Well, you should focus on your passion, making just what you want, instead of forcing yourself to make what other people want you to make. Yeah, absolutely, Link. That's my big thing right now. I think for a long time, I spent way too much time kind of just focusing on the wrong thing, right? I was focusing on trying to make sure I was putting out videos that were specific to what people wanted to see. I still want to make stuff that's fun for you guys to watch, but I want to follow my heart on this. Alright, I haven't even watched this trailer, to be honest with you, so I don't know anything aside from their sprites this season. There they are. So our goal is just to get in, have some fun, check out what the changes are. Hopefully we can extract a few sprites. And then, of course, I want to be able to get a victory royale as well. But we'll see if that's in the cards. I guess. I do like how each season feels so different from one another. Even though we're still on the island that I played. I didn't play anything last season, now that I think about it. So we're back. Oh, you're also on the job search right now, Link? Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal out there. In the past I've had to switch up my jobs, but it has never been a situation where like a month in, I've only had, 3 different places reach out to me for interviews, and then each of them has like a 4 or 5 step process to even, get offered the job or get kicked, get kicked to the curb. So it's a crazy situation out there. It's very different than how it was before. Yeah, I hope it works out for you too, man. All right, I am still not going to pick up the battle pass. I'm still a little iffy on the current situation. Oh, I apparently unlocked the battle pass? Or was this from last season? Yeah, I think so. Okay, thank you. So, I'm still a little iffy on how Epic Games has been doing their monetization lately. I think these skins are pretty cool. I think that, if you enjoy them, if you want to go ahead and support the game, that's totally fine. That's definitely your choice. As of right now, though, just with the changes to how much V-Bucks you're getting for whatever price, I'm still holding off. Personally, if you guys want to purchase stuff, go ahead and use a creator code that is not mine. I'm still kind of just holding off, I guess in protest, just kind of raging against the machine that is Epic Games until they switch that up. But hopefully we can, you know, see something change with that. I don't even know what I'm getting all this from, but here we are. I've already kind of decided today I want to be Jason, if I have him pre-made. I don't have him pre-made. Oh my gosh. Well, we tried. Just to celebrate my boy finally getting into Dead by Daylight. It's a game I wish that I, you know, was better at. What kind of glider would Jason have? I think I have a buoy somewhere. Or like a pool floaty. That would be pretty accurate. Maybe I don't. He'll just come in on the Nimbus Cloud then. He does not need any kicks. And yeah, Darkness Contrail, why not? He's on fire. Not that we're even going to end up using that. Oh wow, bring your sprites. So you get to choose your own starter here, I'm guessing. Replenish your shield while in water. Creates a fiery burst when you deal enough damage to an enemy. Or you have a chance to find rare additional items when opening chests. Oh, I do like items. You haven't played Dead by Daylight in a year. Is the Jason Killer good? I haven't actually played him yet. It's interesting because there were 3 big IPs that I said if Dead by Daylight ever added them, I would go all in and kind of really commit more time to that game. One of them was Jason, one of them was Candyman, and the last one was Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's, and they added Springtrap and now Jason, and I still haven't gone back. But a big part of that is, you know, currently I don't have any cash, so I've heard good things about Jason. I've heard he's basically a better version of Springtrap, who is already a pretty popular killer from what I've heard, but I haven't personally tried him. Hopefully sometime in the future, with this series I want to do, eventually checking out Dead by Daylight would probably be something I'd be open to. It would just depend though. I think I'm gonna go with the Earth Sprite. I like finding more items while opening chests, so we'll go with that. And without further ado, you know, I'm just going to jump into we want 0 build, ranked off, we want some solos, and let's go ahead and play. New Fortnite season is very fun. Alright, Star Wars fan, that's cool to hear. I've heard pretty good things. I didn't play it all last season, and I know some people were really hot on it when it first came out, and then it seemed like people got bored of it or got annoyed with it. I've heard mostly good stuff, though, about this season, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Oh yeah. Get it, Jason. Now let's ignore the fact that I am incredibly rusty. Okay, let's ignore the fact that I haven't touched this game in months. We're gonna go right in, we're going to knock out a victory royale. Everything's gonna go smooth, but just to give you a heads up, the whole map is different this time. Oh, okay. Oh wow, yeah. So they've replaced everything. Okay, that's fine. I liked checking out in you know, Chapter 7, Season 1. I liked checking out the new map. I just kind of felt like there wasn't a whole lot for me to really sink my teeth into after a certain point. But oh no, 0 point craziness going on down there. It looks like. Oh wow, you can do this now. All right. Well. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and drop right down here, I guess. I don't know anything about any of these POIs. We're hopping in fresh. Oh, that's Wonky Land. I do know a little bit about Wonky Land, but you know, I gotta ease myself back into it, guys. Let's go ahead and we'll just head over to this house over here if we can get that. Actually, nobody else is going to this. I'll drop a little bit faster, get a couple pieces of... Oh, alright. The kind of quality gameplay you can only see here on this channel. That's why you guys hang out, right? Alright. So, right off the bat, got 2 of those. Oh my gosh. I feel so rusty, you guys. This is not good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this just for safety. And then what do we got? No scope on there. Let's see if we can find anybody. Maybe down in the campsite. Somebody right over here. Burst rifle there. Pop that. First kill in the season, guys. And what do we got? We've got Fire Sprite. Okay, we can take that with us, I guess. And shotgun. Why not? So we've got Burst Assault Rifle, which is great. I'm a fan of that. We leveled up. Extract at the extraction site. Okay. So we'll see if I can extract my first sprite here. There's another one right down here. So I could have the trifecta. Got the earth one on my back. Can I extract these 2? We'll try it. Oh, I think it's like a time-based thing. Yeah, it couldn't be too fast, right? So we'll see if somebody comes down here and wrecks me for trying to do this. Keep an eye out. Oh, yep. Somebody's here. I think they're a bot. Yeah. Is incoming. Where is he? Up there. Alright. Got 2 of them. Not too shabby, you guys. Look at that. Our collection's already popping off. Why can't I pick this up? There we go. Alright. I don't know where I left those health bags. One thing I'll tell you about this season is there's 2 different variants of sprites, Gummy and Gold. Gold gives you more XP, I think. Gum gives you a 10% boost on the ability. Okay, that's cool. I saw that they had the Gold variant. I didn't know that there were like Gummy variants as well. Okay, another Earth Sprite. Do I get anything if I extract sprites I already have? I don't necessarily want to do that all over again. Alright, I probably should just continue to kind of explore. Go over to Frosted Flats. Let's see if we have... Oh yeah, we got an upgrade for our... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, wait, no, I still messed it up. Well, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Alright. Where are we headed now? There's my camera. It is crazy how out of practice I feel. It has just been a couple months. You can jump off buildings and mountains in 0 building. There's a oh, okay. Glider redeploy now. Let's try it. Oh, that's a huge quality of life thing, I think, right? I come from Apex Legends, so I'm used to no fall damage. That was one thing that I kind of struggled with when I initially started. Oh, the bush, man. legendary FORTNITE bush. Look at that. It's one thing I struggled with for sure, though, at first. Apex was kind of my big introduction into Battle Royale. Did I just get a sound indicator over here? We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, Apex was my... Oh, yeah. Look at this. I got shot. Wait. Yep, I knew somebody was behind me. Alright, where are they? Way over there. We'll get who he was shooting at. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. Oh, spoke too soon. There's somebody else. He survived, but for how long? To the top. Might just have to try and bug out. Oh, no, this does not bode well. I have to let my dog out of the room because my wife just got home and she's gonna start screaming if I don't. 1 second, guys. Keep an eye on me. Oh gosh. That was crazy. Okay. I actually enjoyed this season far better than Season 1. Season 2 was quite goated, Team Ice King for the win. And now Season 3 feels so fresh. I like having things to work towards during the battle. That's my big thing. I think this sprite system is great. I love the variety that it adds, and I like that it gives you alternative things to kind of work towards. I'm guessing this is our slidey item here. Having secondary things to kind of work for in the game is great. I guess we really need to, yeah, just continue to work this way. Named location discovered. So those are cool, but they're loud as heck. Alright. Stay inside, Jason. Maybe good revenge. Self-revive device. Okay, so that's back. I know they had that initially and then they took it out of the game. So I wasn't sure if that would ever come back because that caused a lot of issues, I think, initially, right? Am I misremembering that? Oh, Gummy Earth Sprite. Look at that, guys. We did it. I don't know what that does for us. I think it probably just does the same effect as the one we have right now, right? Hi. We're leveling up our sprite as well. That's pretty cool. Gives you something else. Stream keeps cutting out. Oh no. It's good. I'm showing that my health on my end is working pretty well. From the Blue says it's not on his or her end, I guess. I don't know. On their end. Let me know if it keeps happening though. Like we were saying, this is all initial test stuff, so we're kind of just trying to figure this out together, guys. There we go. Big vault key card. Get that in a moment. Let's go ahead and extract our gummy boy. No, that's good. I appreciate the feedback. It's the only way I'm gonna know if something's off or something's weird. So, thank you for checking out. This computer I'm using now to stream is very old. So I'm hoping that, you know, it's something that we can use in the future here. But we'll just have to see. Can I get into the vault? Look at that, guys. We got our first gummy sprite. Now, I know it's been a long time since I played the game, but you know, sometimes it just comes back to you. We'll see if that luck continues, I guess. These are cool, but I'm sure it's alerting everybody in the area that I'm rolling by. Probably shouldn't be using all of it. Just in case I get caught out in the open. We're getting down to it, aren't we, boys? Right, grenade, we don't want that. Yeah, having the shockwave as a utility item that you just kind of select to the side is crazy. It's gonna take me a while to remember that, to be honest with you. Vault. Swipe the key card. We got. Now we're talking. Duck sprite. Water sprite. We already got him. We already got that little water guy. Another duck. Right. Rift to go. Oof. That is a handy dandy item. Pretty useful. I think I'm sticking with what we have right now, though, to be honest. Anybody around here? Somebody has been. Shooting over in this general direction. Let's see if we can go say hello. Is that somebody? Just sitting? Can't tell. Doesn't look like it, because they're just tanking Storm, if that's the case. Getting right down to it. Only a few people left. I know somebody's in this general vicinity, because that's where they were shooting. There's somebody right there. my weapon. I'm playing too much Apex, guys. Barely. Not good. I just swapped with my machete instead of actually getting there. Oh man. And there we go. Let's try and get out of here. Not sure where that other player was. Make sure we're reloaded. Let's see if we can take some high ground. There we go. What do we got? Ghost Sprite. We'll equip him. Flex SMG. That would be good to have, but we're gonna call it good for right now. Only 3 people left. Last 2. Where is he? I know he was over here. All right. Look at that. Didn't I say we're gonna roll right back in, guys? And we were gonna get that victory royale first game in? Oh man. What about knife cleaner? We'll go with that. Oh, also, to catch you up on the story with the Ice King. The Ice King won. Shocker, I know. Foundation lost. The Voyager betrays the Ice King. The visitor skin from Fortnite OG was Gino, who is the main OG antagonist of Fortnite. He kills Jonesy, and if you go to Shaken Sanctuary, you can find him in a pod healing. Okay. Wow. I missed a lot then. I know one big complaint was that there wasn't a whole lot of story development for a long time, right? And I know that fans of the OG series felt like they were kind of left behind in that. So that's very interesting that they incorporated all those older elements in and that they're bringing all of that back. Real quick, guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to have to take a step away just to make sure my dog's doing okay. But I will be right back with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys? Alright, guys, I am back. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Still trying to get this whole stream thing figured out on this computer and with this new channel, so I appreciate you being patient with me. I appreciate you guys giving me feedback on how everything's going. I stopped caring for the story after Chapter 5 and Remix ended because this was when I stopped with my Fortnite addiction. And I'm glad I did, because the story didn't matter at all in Chapter 6. Just like Chapter 5, villain comes in, we take them down, on to the next one. There was somewhat of an overarching villain, but all it amounted to was it being an explanation as to why we are on the new Chapter 7 map. I feel like the only way we could have made people care about the story and engage more with the game was to bring back the old storyline, characters, everything. I have to agree with you. I really enjoyed my time in Chapter 6. That's when I started playing the game, right? But it was definitely something that, you know, I enjoyed it. I was having fun. I was, following the very basic storyline, but it wasn't very substantial, right? It kind of felt like an afterthought or a secondary thing. And I'm not sure that's what they were going for, to be honest with you. I'm not sure that's what they wanted for their big culmination, I guess, of all these stories, all this different stuff. It just seemed like it was just kind of tacked on, kind of an afterthought. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but to me, it just felt weird. I'm glad that they're kind of going back to what people enjoyed, though. What people actually liked about the story. And I feel like they had a lot of great characters that people were interested in, so for them to just try and completely drop it... I know the head writer, though, he either left the company or got canned, right? So, I'm sure that didn't help matters. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and dive back in. Again, thank you guys so much for being patient with me while we're kind of rocking and rolling this. We're gonna continue to try and play, not for too much longer today, just because I was doing a very limited test run, right? But we are going to kind of... we're going to make sure that we... Sorry, I just got a message from my wife. Oh my goodness. We're going to make sure that we're doing streams whenever we can going forward. I know that's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, so to be able to finally do that is going to be, it's honestly a dream come true for me. So I want to make sure that I'm able to kind of deliver on that and make sure you guys get a wonderful experience with it. But we are going to be branching out a little bit. After we do our little stint here, kind of checking out what the chapter has to offer, we're going to then make sure that we're going to then kind of continue to check out different games. Some of them will be live service, some of them will be multiplayer. I've already got a couple that I want to do single player. My idea is we're initially going to, stream it, get the experience. You guys can hang out live and kind of enjoy that. And then, beyond that, I will take that footage, kind of make it into a scripted video, just going over my first impressions of a game if I've never played it, or returning to a game that I loved, if that's the case. Then we just kind of go from there. It's a way for me to kind of play whatever, whatever game interests me at the time, or if it's something that I think that you guys will enjoy. Oh yeah, we got the Dark Umbrella for our victory. So hopefully that's something that sounds exciting to you, and a way we can kind of keep it fresh and exciting around here. Let's go ahead and rock the Green Goblin. Just because it's been a long time since I used this skin. I'm a big fan of goblins. There probably at some point in either the stream art or the channel art will be a goblin involved, because goblins are just funny to me, man. had a brief stint where I was obsessed with World of Warcraft for like the summer. And honestly, playing a goblin was my favorite part of that game. If I ever went back to that game again, I would want to start completely fresh, but I would definitely be using a goblin. Probably a Goblin Death Knight. Frost Decay, which is, you know, it's my username, right? Frost Decay, but, you know, you abbreviate Death Knight to DK in World of Warcraft, so Frost Decay was what I played. So, yeah. I don't know why these are my emotes. I feel like I had different ones last time I played the game, but Chapter 5 was way worse. It was literally just villain comes in, we have a beef with them, then we defeat them, and they go fuck off, and then it's on to the next one. It was awful. Yeah, I heard that the story kind of fell apart during Chapter 5. Chapter 6, I really thought they were, I probably should drop somewhere, huh? I really thought they were building towards something, with the, you know, the dark presence, I think it was. But then for him to just be, like, kind of revealed in that Simpsons cutscene, and that was it. Oh, I can free fall even further. This is something I wanted from the game for a long time. When I first started playing, I was terrible at drops. Alright, let's see if we can knock this out. Can we drop with a pistol now? That's interesting. Having a terrible time out here. Let's go say hi to this guy. Accidentally tapped the triangle there. Alright, who was he even shooting at? There we go. Right beacon. And we're down. Sorry, Salem Squid. I think these are all bots. I think I haven't played in so long that they're just going to give me bots, but we'll see, I guess. Did they change anything with the XP? Because I feel like I'm getting way more XP than I was last time I played the game, but that could be because I have a bunch of quests I'm stocked up. Alright. I know there's other people over here. So where are we? Get out of my way, clothes. Nothing so far really taking my interest. We got the turret just in case we need that, but I guess we can use that if we get pushed or anything. Where'd he go? I lost him. Okay, that's definitely a player. You know, fortune favors the bold, right, guys? Somebody is right here as well. Skillet. My boy Skillet. It's right up top here. Go. Nice little cleanup. See, Unk's still got some moves, guys. Unk still got some moves. I don't know what this is. Or, oh, Earth Sprite, it just hasn't loaded in properly. Okay, well, my heart is pounding. If you haven't played in a while, then yeah, your first game or two will have more bots than usual. You will go back to having less for a few more games. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it while I can. I've never been really good at the game ever since I started playing, so hopefully we can get some decent range and a couple of wins under our belt, and then go from there. I just realized too, I still have the crown, don't I? I'm not really a crown chaser, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me go ahead and, oh my gosh, hit everything but the, I'm gonna drop that. I'm not here crown chasing, to be honest with you. We definitely need some ammo. That's the thing, man. I enjoy Fortnite. It's a fun way to be, you know, a little competitive, have a little bit of excitement, but, you know, it's still kind of relaxing in a weird way. But man, just recently they've kind of irked me a little bit, how they've been choosing to handle stuff, especially monetization. Not really a fan of it, but what can you do, right? Their business, they gotta make their money. Doesn't mean I have to enjoy it though. Hello, Water Sprite. I'm not gonna take you with me, I already have Sprite. Open this up. Bummer, man. I'm sure there's a trick for that. Leveled up our ghosty boy. Yeah, I think the sprites they're a great little concept. They keep things fresh, they give you something to work towards. I know a lot of people are like, just chasing wins isn't as entertaining anymore. So hopefully that makes them feel like they're actually progressing towards something. Gives you something alternative to work towards, which is just great. I love secondary objectives and stuff. I just got pinged. Somebody got pinged. What is this about? Why did I just ping them? Maybe they pinged themselves. Towards the next circle. Didn't even notice this mythic chest. Oh, there's somebody right there. Gold? Oh. Boys. Oh no. Oh, we're getting shot from behind. Oh god. I thought it was that person in front of us. Man, that's the kind of greed the Bible talks about, you guys. I was so excited to see a gold sprite that I didn't even realize I was getting shot from behind. Holy cow. That's not good. That's... Pretend you guys didn't see that one, okay? Unk's a little rusty, he's a little washed up. Alright, we gotta kind of... we gotta work on that. Daffy Duck's coming in for the kill. Let's see if he can clean it out. Does not look like it. Yeah, he got shot in the face. It looks like it was duck season after all. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. I hope you guys are doing well, though. I know it's been a long time since we chatted. And honestly, like, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can. Obviously, that taking care of my family, we're figuring everything out. But it's been... I would be lying if I said it wasn't difficult to not be, you know, involved on the channel or like making videos for you guys. It's just been a weird time. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and being patient with me while I get everything figured out. Of course, it's that skin that killed you. I hate that skin so much. I'm not even sure who that was, to be honest. There's so many skins in this game, obviously, that I don't know, that were there from before I started, and now I've missed a bunch of skins. I think that the cosmetic thing with Fortnite, it's like a blessing and a curse, because it's so great, but it's also such a controversial thing at the same time. I appreciate that a free game has to make its money, and that it's great. I think it is great that, you know, they're able to have these awesome collabs and stuff, and that people are excited for them, but at the same time, it's like, you know, the economy right now is tough for a lot of people, but you add on top of that the fact that the price keeps, you know, you pay more, you get less. It's rough out. It's Kim Kardashian people. I can't, unfortunately. I knew she had a skin. I didn't know that was one of the, like, the variants or whatever. Nerfed audio visual reticle. Oh, did they? That explains a lot, actually. I hate to say it, but, like, you know, no surprise, you guys, I'm old. I rely on that ring to kind of give me heads up. So I guess I'll just have to be a little more cautious going forward, knowing that they're probably closer than I would think they are, if I can see them. Sorry, Snoop. Shoot. Choking, bro. Oh my gosh. You guys ever seen anybody choke like this? Dude, the best. Yeah, I mean, that sucks for somebody like me who's reliant on that audio to know when somebody was rolling up on me. But I can definitely understand. Like, you saying that isn't shocking to me, because I was like, this is kind of a crazy, you know, some crazy intel you're getting just by kind of existing in the world, so. Ammunition, please. Any ammunition, please. That does suck for though for me, or like people, you know, who need it. You know, people who have hearing difficulty or anything like that. I just need it because I'm slightly old and my ears kind of suck. I can't imagine how that would be if I'm somebody who really enjoyed the game, like I'm playing for a long time, and then, you know, I have a disability or something that makes it so that I have a harder time hearing. Seems kind of bad for those people, but you know, I'm sure they'll adjust as needed. All right, where are you at, bud? Stairs. There's somebody right behind me. Man, I will say it makes it a little more chaotic, right? Now I know if somebody's, you know, right behind me, that I need to be a little more reactive than just eventually turning around because there's somebody in that general vicinity. I actually should probably finish this reload instead of just messing around. Alright, what are we thinking? Let's go over to Calamari Canyon. Oh, there's a chest right there. Let me go ahead and grab that. Watch what I get out of this, you guys. Watch. You ready? You see that? That's how we do things around here. I would love to say I planned that. You guys know better though. That's how we do things around here. Alright, let's see. Let's go over to the canyon and see what's going on. Did I leave those boots behind? I did. We're gonna have to find some, I guess. Inventory management, never been my strong suit, but especially when I'm out of practice. Glad they made the sprites the main mechanic of the season. I think it's a nice gesture and reward for the people who played during Chapter 6 when they were first introduced. Honestly, that's how I felt. And that's probably what people feel a lot of the times when they're playing this game, right? Is, I can't believe that this character's back, or whatever. I felt that way about the sprites, because they were introduced into the game when I first started playing, you know, Chapter 6, Season 1. So I was so excited to see them. There's a sprite up there. Who's that? And I was so excited that they were back. Demon sprite. Siphon shields. Oh, okay. That's really good then. That's kind of what we want. I don't know how Siphon isn't a, you know, just a mechanic in the game at this point, but people are hating on these Earth sprites, man. I didn't mean to drop my ghost sprite though. Where did he go? Oh no. He's gone. Is he dead? You guys, is he dead? Let me know. My name is a really great gun. That's nuts. Chaos Exploder Rifle. I guess I should have known based on the name. Alright, now we can actually swap. Don't swap for the boots. Thank you. Like I meant to earlier. Choose through ammo though. Sure. Let's continue on. Did I have a self-revive last game? Or was that the first game where I was playing as Jason? Can't remember now. Alright, well. What do you like? That is a nice change. That's quality of life, man. Should probably try and extract this little guy. Just in case I get clapped again. You know, Unk doesn't have it like he used to, and he didn't even ever really have it before. Somebody else is extracting. Oh! I think they've got the same exploder rifle that I do. Where you at, bud? Got John Wick with him. Go ahead and peek. Oh my gosh. You guys, I just choked. Oh no. And I lost the demon sprite. Oh. All that time playing extraction shooters, you know, it kind of gave me a little, well, playing Arc Raiders, right? It gave me a little small taste of the extraction shooter vibe. I think that, you know, it's a fun game mode. I'm terrible at it though, I'll be honest with you. I was not great at Arc Raiders. I tried to play a little bit of Marathon after that, and that did not go well either, so. But I think that incorporating those mechanics with the sprites, you could definitely see what they're doing, right? You can see why they're doing it the way they are. They're, you know, capitalizing on that trend and being so popular right now. So, I think it's a nice mechanic. I think it is something that kind of elevates the game in a way that FORTNITE was desperately needing. How's it going? I will say though, Dylan is wild that this, yes, well done with the one victory crown. I never would have thought a skin like this would have been in a FORTNITE Battle Pass, but here we are, I guess. So many skins that, yeah. You know, I'll dap you up, why not? Heck yeah. lot of bots, it seems. Skeletor's in the game. I didn't even know that, but here he is. Seeing Daffy Duck is wild, though. I knew he was in the game, but it's still crazy. Let's go ahead and drop right here. Shaken Sanctuary. Oh, this was like the area 51 type area, right? It is crazy how the whole map has evolved. That was one of my main concerns going from Chapter 6 Season 1 to Season 2, is it felt like there wasn't enough change to really justify continuing to play, but, you know, I'm glad that they did that. Hello? Gotcha. Go Sprite. That's what we want to see. I'm getting bopped though. Didn't even use my minis. At least we got this right here. You know, you do what you can. Again, not a crown chaser, guys. I'll leave that to you all. I believe in you. I don't necessarily believe in myself. And to be able to chase crowns like that. Let's see. I'm sure it's a different story if you have a squad. Alright, who else is at my little POI? Who else needs a little talking to? We got Fire Sprite, we can go ahead and swap that. There we go. What is this? Shrub Bomb. Even that. I cannot believe there's no one else here. There's got to be at least one other player. Let's swap that. Nope. Nope. Striker Pump. There you go. Again, just the absolute best. Shrub Bomb again. Yeah, you really don't know that somebody else is lurking nearby until you're basically right up on them. Hey, Hope. How are you doing? Jones is dead? Alright, that sucks. The only critique I have is I never feel like I have time to like actually read any of the lore bits or anything because somebody's gonna walk up on me at any second, right? Does not got it. Like, that is 100% for certain. And as I get shot from behind, not Surf Rich. Yeah, she thought I was a bot. That's okay. I would have thought I was a bot too. She thought I was a bot. She was just trying to walk up. And you know, that's fair. But every once in a while, Unk's got a couple neurons that can still react. Just a few. Every once in a while. You know, I surprise myself. Of course, I say that and I'm going to get completely wrecked here in a second, but it's the nature of the world, right? Okay. There's a fish over there. Let's see. Ring is going to be pulling this way, so I should probably go over... Where do we want to go? We can go up to Golden Grove. Seems like there's a little more variety too now with the biomes and stuff. I really enjoyed how everything was set up initially with the you know, the California theme and vibes. It was cool, but I did by the end of chapter 7 season 1 feel like it was a little, you know, a little repetitive. Earth Sprite we already got. Why do we always get the same one? Man, that sucks. I guess that's the nature of the game, right? Level 3 with our Ghost Sprite, though, you know. At least we're making progress. That's the big thing. Even if you're not getting wins in FORTNITE, you can still make progress on stuff. You can still feel like you're accomplishing things. And I think that's kind of... It's understated how important that is to the overall FORTNITE experience, if you ask me. It feels like a lot bigger of a deal than maybe some people think about. So I love this. The little robot's excited. The claw. What we got? Yeah, we got our gold buddy here. Let's go ahead and throw a bush on. Throw our bush on, please. There you go. So it's at least we can try and be sneaky, right? I don't know how well that will work, but we can give it an attempt. In case we see somebody in the distance and they don't see us. Car wash? How has it taken this long for me to think about, you know, oh, they should have a car wash in the game? They've got the gas stations, right? Oh, man. Alright, well. I wonder if that actually does anything to your vehicle when you're driving. Storm's shrinking down, slowly making progress. Still a good number of people on the map, though. I feel like that first map was so fast, probably because it was mostly bots. And they're like, okay, got his victory for the season. It's time to throw him back to, you know, I probably still have more bots than you guys, you know, but hey, this is what we needed. The mobility, underrated, man. This is a pretty area. A big fan of fall. Somebody's rolling in behind me here. Yep. Oh man, Unk just not got it. Oh shit, getting shot from behind. Choking in real time. Oh, you can move and do this. Incredible. This is just Axel from the new season of Apex, honestly. Where did our friend go? I know they can't have gotten too far. I mean, granted, everybody, I guess, has mobility now. I keep forgetting about the shockwaves. I really have to get better about that. 25 players remaining. Only got 4 kills to my name, man. This is not great. And as some of you guys are out here, like demons, just slaying entire lobbies. Your boy doesn't got it like that, unfortunately. What do we got? Where is he? Ooh. I didn't shoot you. I didn't shoot you. I didn't shoot you, man. I didn't want it to be like that. Maybe I did. Maybe I just messed up and had a stray shot. I didn't realize. That's it. That's a shame, though. Epic in here? Yeah. Auto shotgun. That's... Oh, that's... Yeah, that's what I already have. Warforged auto. The only thing I wish is that you could still, you know, collect gold. Just stack it up. I know that it resets, though, every time. Oh, left trigger while sliding. No way. Okay, I've been missing it. Would you ever consider playing with viewers at some point in the future? I think it would be nice to talk with you. That is something I'm, you know, ever since I first started playing Fortnite.
that is something I've been toying around with. It just depends on how long I have to play. A lot of the times I only have like a short little stint. It's something I could see doing in the future. Somebody's way up there. So somebody is right here. And, you know, hopefully that's something that I would be able to kind of implement in the future. I gotta be careful with comms though, just because I don't want people to, you know, some people might say out of pocket stuff. I don't think you would, Link, but, you know, that's something that I have to be conscious of, because as a content creator, that can, you know, that kind of just falls on me. If I'm, if somebody's saying stuff that's out of pocket and I get, you know, I get the flack for it. Chug, yeah. Also buy just a couple of these. There we go. Now we're nice and topped off. Gotta use the gold before I lose the gold. And that's just been something I've forgotten while playing. Let's see. So this direction. This one. What the heck did that happen? I guess somebody just respawned right? Oh no, that's the chest one. Let's see if we can say hi. I know they're already extracted by the time I get there. How many shockwaves can you use in a row, man? Yes. Alright, you gotta admit, that was pretty slick. Guys, give me some props. But yeah, community events is something I want to do in the future, even though we're not necessarily going to be entirely exclusively focused on Fortnite or any specific multiplayer game. I think it would be cool to be able to incorporate that in and just kind of, you know, have some fun with you guys. That's definitely a goal that I have, just as things continue. You know, we'll extract him, why not? Get some sprite dust, I guess. This guy's... I've never successfully extracted at least, but I don't know what that fire sprite was doing. Guess I'll go back over here and grab this one. Earth sprite, of course. An old friend. Alright. Oh, we're over here. We gotta go back over this... Where am I? Oh, somebody's here. Smoked him. I'm gonna swap this for... Now what we got? We got gold boots. Take that. Gold SMG. Gold everything. Holy crap. You guys know about gold boots. Thank you for the props, Blue. I appreciate that. You know, it takes a lot to be able to play this mediocrely. Oh my gosh, choking. I'm glad this isn't a lot. Crap, that was rough. Alright, don't look at that one, guys. Just know we got it done. That's the important thing. Oh yeah, I'm used to my invisibility from my... Sprite don't have it. Crunch. me know if you guys see anybody. I have a feeling they're going to be on that other hill. One more, two more. 3 players remain. What do we get? This is not camping, by the way, for the record. This is tactically waiting. Sorry, Mordecai. That sucks, man. Just caught my bush on fire, though. Cover. Oh no, and I gotta go this way. The storm's pulling this way. This is bad. I could be caught out, guys. One left. I'm sure camped up already. Yep, there they are. Sorry, Skeletor, not today, man. Super stupid, sexy green goblin. Look at that. Woo. All right. That didn't go nearly as bad as I thought it was going to. I think that the matchmaking gods are being a little forgiving, if we're being completely honest. You know, skill-based matchmaking is a hell of a thing, guys. It is a hell of a thing. So, not too bad overall. Things, you know, it feels good to be able to get back into the game. The big thing about Fortnite, ever since I picked it up, oh, I unlocked the jacket from my little kitty cat. Big thing, ever since I picked up Fortnite, is it feels pretty damn good to play. It's hard to argue against that. If you love or hate the game, I think that's one thing we can all agree on. In terms of third-person shooters, it's pretty fun. It's easy to pick up if you got friends who are maybe interested, and you know, there's a lot that you can learn. There's, you know, some movement demons out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot better movement than I do, so you could teach me a thing or two, honestly. But I think the big thing for me is that it's nice that the game is here whenever you want to come back to it. I know that, what is it, Final Fantasy 14, right? That's the big MMO one. The director of that game has, you know, said time and time again, come play our game whenever you want. You can come back to it. It's going to be here. If you're bored or if you don't like how the current game is, take some time away. That's perfectly fine. Everything will be here for you when you get back. It's a little different with a live service game, right? I can't go back and play Season 2, even though I didn't touch it at all. It's just lost to time. And we could have a big, long conversation about FOMO and my thoughts on it, but I think the biggest thing right now for me is, like, returning, right? It's exciting for to experience a new season. We've got the sprites, kind of switching things up. I've already managed to get a few. Emoting or jamming replenishes shields on the duck sprite. Wow. Okay, I wish I would have read that during the actual event, or during the actual gameplay. Ghost sprite grants a cloak for duration upon reloading. It's pretty gimmicky, but it's nice. And I managed to get a gummy earth sprite, which is awesome. Gain 10% more sprite dust upon extraction. So it's cool that they have these, you know, tertiary side things to work on, right? Because of course you play the Battle Royale, you want to win. You play with your friends, you're just trying to do the best you can. And that has taken Fortnite a very long way. But for a lot of people, it's getting stale, right? Battle Royales aren't the new genre anymore. People have been playing this game for a long time. They need to shake it up. They need to add to it. And I think that is, you know, things like this where they kind of add something, a little side quest, or, you know, something you can work on. So even if you don't get the win, at least maybe you extract with a sprite you didn't have, right? Or you leveled up one that you like. That is what is going to help this game have longevity. What did you think of the Back to the Future collab we got in Season 1? As someone who has been a big fan of Back to the Future since I was 12 in 2018, it's a dream come true seeing Doc and Marty in the game. that's one of those collaborations, right? Where I was like, what? I never would have thought of that. But then after I see it in action, it makes perfect sense to me, right? I was like, Marty McFly, Doc. I like that you can do, the future with the accessory, and you can, hit his sunglasses and his classic. I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future too. I'm a little bit older than you, so I grew up with that movie. In college, our local cinema had a Back to the Future marathon where they played all 3 films in a row, and me and my roommates made that a whole afternoon. It was awesome. I think that I'm of two minds, right? Because collaborations like this, I think it's really cool. Another one from that same season for me that was incredible was Kill Bill. I'm a huge fan of Kill Bill, specifically Chapter 1, but Chapter 2 as well. I haven't actually sat down and watched the whole bloody affair where it's just I think it's like 4.5 hours, right, of that, but that's something that I'm like, I never would have thought that The Bride would have been in Fortnite. It made sense, though, with the season, right? That's, I guess, what I was starting with Marty McFly before I got sidetracked. The whole vibe being Hollywood, it made sense for The Bride to be there. It made sense for Marty McFly to be there. I think it's cool. I hope that, some folks who are younger than you and I, maybe they were like, okay, what's this all about? Who's this Marty McFly guy? And maybe that's their first introduction to Back to the Future. I think that's one of the... I could talk about this for a long time, and I probably will at some point, but I think that Back to the Future is one of the near perfect movies in terms of script and delivery on a vision that a director had. And it's a really magical movie for somebody who's a fan of just films in general. I think it's a very important movie, and it paved the way for a lot of different ones. So, yeah, that's a long, rambly way of saying that I think it's really cool that Marty McFly's in the game. Now, there's certain collaborations that I kind of question. Of course, there's probably some in here. Toy Story's fine, whatever. Amazing Digital Circus, I don't know anything about that. I'm too uncoded for that, but I know that people were excited for it, so I'm excited for them. Where I start to get questions specifically is like with the grabber. That's a little weird for me. Art the Clown's a little weird. Kim Kardashian's a little weird. I know it's weird to bundle her in with like actual murderer people, but at the same time we've got Ghostface, right? At the same time we've got Michael Myers, we've got Jason Voorhees, we've got Leatherface and stuff, so I know that there's they've got a little bit of room to play with. I kind of touched on this in my the video I posted to this channel talking about who is Fortnite even for anymore. That was, some people took that a lot more seriously than I intended, and that's fine. If I put any video out there that is like an opinion piece or a Thinky Boy video, I put it out there to have a conversation, right? So it's not about me being right. It's not about them being wrong or anything like that. I think that there are, there's room for a lot of different types of players in this game. It's started as a game for kids. It's not necessarily just for kids. It's for adults. It's for anybody and everybody who, has an interest in, again, a fun game where you can be competitive but still be a little relaxed and pick it up with your friends of any skill level, and you're almost guaranteed to have a good time. So I understand they need collaborations for younger kids, they need collaborations for the people who started playing this game as a teen and now maybe they're an adult, or for people like me, right? I'm just an old dude who finally decided to give the game a shot, and I kind of regret getting into it as late as I did. Link says, I watched all the films over and over to the point where I memorized all the dialogue, and I was obsessed. I was so obsessed that I bought Doc the millisecond that he was out in the shop. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. I do wish that, Doc was part of the past, but I understand that they've got to make their money. And that, I guess, kind of leads me into the last conversation that I wanted to have today. Just monetization in general, right?
I know that this is a free-to-play game. I know that they need to do a lot, and they, of course, need money to do that, and to, secure all these collaborations and bring all these different game modes and continue to support creators, right? I think, though, that they are going about it in a kind of weird way, where they're kind of pushing for, to give us less in terms of V-Bucks, charge us the same price, which essentially is just raising the price of V-Bucks, right? To be able to get these collaborations and stuff. If you have the means to get these things, you have expendable income, you want to spend it on that, you see a character that you love, then you want to, play as them in the game or anything like that, that is totally fine. I'm not here to shame anybody for that or anything. I think just personally, the changes to the V-Bucks was just the last straw that broke the camel's back in a lot of ways for me to kind of feel like I needed to take a step away from Fortnite. Again, I have a creator code. I wouldn't want you guys to use that at this time. If you want to purchase stuff from the store and support another creator, that's great. That's by all means. I don't think you're doing anything wrong by doing that. This is just kind of my personal, line in the sand, I guess, way of kind of, again, raging against the machine that is Epic Games. And I don't know. Ultimately, I just hope that they hear people on this and they kind of revert those changes, but it's been a while now with no word on that. I'm sure their revenue reports are showing them that changing the amount of V-Bucks you get hasn't affected their bottom line, and that's ultimately what they're going to listen to, right? It just kind of rubs me the wrong way when they're upping the cost, right, on things. They're letting a ton of people go, but then at the same time they're investing so heavily into paying out creators who make AI slop maps, and it's just a weird situation for me, and not necessarily something that I want to support in that way. Again, still love the game. I have a great time with it, and this is not shaming anybody or talking down on anybody that's having a great time with this game, because I think it's a wonderful game. It's just some of these unfortunate politicky things that I don't agree with. I don't agree with the direction that the devs have ultimately chose to go with, and that's more personal than anything. So I think that we're gonna have at least one more session playing some more Fortnite. Again, I want to be able to, let me go ahead and swap my scene real quick, and we'll get some chill background music. I ultimately want to be able to make a video, right, talking about my thoughts on the game. And oh, the V-Bucks change was reversed. Okay, Link, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Sorry, the stream's on a little bit of a delay, so I'm sure by the time I read that, you're going to hear me rant about it for another like 2-3 minutes. But ultimately, I want to be able to spend some more time hanging out with you guys, continue to test the stream, continue to try and make things look a little bit better, and continue to try to make this a good way for us to, hang out together, have conversation about games while I record footage for other videos. And that's the ultimate goal, is just making it a cool place to hang out. I do want to incorporate some form of playing with the viewers at some point in the future. I'm still kind of hashing out how that looks right now, but that is something that has been kind of a priority for me ever since I started playing Fortnite, to be honest with you. Just because I feel like that social aspect is such a big part of the game, right? It's so important. Yeah, so right now, I'll probably do at least one more stream of Fortnite at some point in the near future. Make sure you got notifications turned on and you're subbed if you want to be a part of that. That would be greatly appreciated. You guys can give me feedback on that. Also, feel free to let me know what you guys think about the quality of this stream. I'm going to be making some small tweaks, I'm sure, in between the next one and this one, but yeah, ultimately I just want this to be a cool place where we can all hang out. We can have more direct live communication, right, where I'm able to talk to you directly as opposed to replying to a comment on a pre-recorded video. And yeah, just be able to talk about these games we all love so much, right? That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. So the FORTNITE video will get some more footage for at least one more game, right? And then, or at least one more stream session, if not a couple of them. And then I will be putting together my quick video on should you check out FORTNITE during this season. And that's going to kind of be my test run to not only try the computer I do have, see how that works. It's an old desktop, and I'm honestly surprised we're able to stream on it. But I did some tweaking to it, so I'm very happy that that's at least working. We're going to continue to build on that and just see if I can get a video put together and edited, if it can turn out at least halfway decent. And then we'll post that, and that'll kind of be the template for one of the video types I want to make going forward, which will be like a, hey, I'm checking out this new game, or I'm checking out this new update on a live game, or I'm returning to a game maybe that I haven't played in years, and giving you my thoughts and whether or not it's worth your time now in 2026 or whatever. Again, it's a format of video that has been done on some other channels, but I think that the way that I can kind of format them and script them will be very unique, and it will be something that will be exciting to kind of check out. So hopefully that's something you guys are excited for. Again, if you have any suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in a comment on this video, or reach out to me on X or Twitter. You can always reach out to me there on my profile. And yeah, again, it's just been a wild time with this whole career change thing and trying to find my new forever career. I hope that everybody, I hope you've all been good. It's been something that I've been missing in terms of just my day-to-day, being able to interact with you guys and have fun and talk about games and stuff. So I'm, things are a little bit of a bummer right now, but I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to how things continue to grow, and hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully that's something you guys are excited for. So I want to thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me. I'm not sure when the next stream will be, but make sure you got those notifications turned on, and we'll let you know, and we'll go from there. All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a good rest of your day. And as we always say here, make sure to eat well, stay hydrated, take care of yourself and those around you. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay?